both Joe Biden and Barack Obama have opposed offshore drilling. Of course, they flip-flopped recently in debates and in statements that they've made, and that goes to someone's judgment also in trying to figure out where are they on some of these issues. Just straight talk. Tell Americans what you feel, what you believe in, what you stand for. Straight talk.
Welcome back to Hardball with the presidential debate just a little more than an hour away. Let's stay at a preview of John McCain's agenda for tonight from his senior campaign advisor, Doug Holtz-Eakin. Doug, would you rather have dinner with Tina Fey or Sarah Palin?
Oh, Sarah Palin. Absolutely.
Why would you choose that? Just for intellectual and stimulation or what?
Absolutely. I mean, I had a chance to travel with her up in Alaska. Fascinating woman, great story.
You would turn down Tina Fey for a dinner partner?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about Governor Palin, the woman we don't know, because I really only know about her from her very delightful and sometimes inspiring speeches, but I've not been impressed by her ability to answer tough questions. But go ahead.
Well, I have been impressed by her ability to capture material. It's my job to brief her on domestic and economic issues. We had great visits during the time in Alaska. Since then, I've been back in D.C., but she picked up material quickly. She has experience, as you know, at different levels of government and in the private sector, and she can make the connections that are important. And
would you trust her to be one of the two people getting us out of this economic mess?
Absolutely.
What would be the skill set she'd bring to dealing with the economic complications of our times?
What you need in a president in this day and age is the ability to make some decisions, to recognize that something has to be done. We let this drift far too long. You ought to take it right to the people. The biggest problem we have in America right now is the housing market. It's tearing apart the rest of the economy. We need to fix the housing market, keep people in their homes. Don't let them go to foreclosure. I know Obama has a 90-day moratorium, but that's just extending a financial death sentence. You need to keep people in the house and allow them then to pay their bills, pay their grocery and their gasoline bills.
So what do you do when a person buys a house? They're a working couple. They buy a house for $100,000. Not that they're easy to find. The house value now is about 70, right? If they're lucky.
Yep.
Their mortgage is 90.
Yep.
What do you do to keep them in the house?
You refinance. You give them a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage at the market value.
At the value of the house now.
Now. You got to be able to keep them in the house.
So they only owe that percentage of the $70,000 house that they borrowed. They don't owe the 90. They owe something less than 70.
We're going to spend $700 billion.
I'm asking you what happens to the 90 they owe. The differential. That's my
the negative equity's got to be absorbed by the taxpayers out of the $700 billion.
So the American taxpayers going to swallow the losses of everybody who overindulged in a house.
Not everybody. You have to, pass a credit check. You can't have a liar loan, no documentation loan. They got to have a primary residence, a real family, trying to stay in it. And every American homeowner will benefit if we stop seeing housing values slide. People who are making their payments are watching their values go down, and their property taxes go up.
Okay, bigger question. I was talking to some people last night who say we're facing possibly a 9% unemployment rate. It's now 6.1. Can your candidate, John McCain, soften the blow of this recession or avoid it? What can he do?
I don't think you can avoid it going down because right now the economy is contracting. Looks bad out there.
Nobody can avoid a recession.
You can't avoid it. At this point, it's going to be going negative, but you can.
You don't mind that headline, McCain's economist says can't avoid recession?
The Federal Reserve today put out its beige book. All 12 districts show signs of contraction. Those are the facts on the ground. You got to deal with the facts on the ground, be aggressive about doing the right thing. John McCain talked yesterday about ways to ameliorate the blow for savers, for seniors, for the folks who are unemployed, and for homeowners.
Why does the American people, why don't the government do things anymore like build bridges, build trains, build subway systems, build stuff that puts people to work instead of writing checks to Wall Street? Why don't we build things instead of writing checks?
I don't understand this. Washington's broken. Look at what's going on out there.
I just don't understand it. I don't get it. We don't build anything anymore.
You got a Congress with a single-digit approval rating.
It's both parties. I mean, the willingness to be enterprising and do things seems to be lost. But Doug, I know you will change everything if you get into power. Doug Holtz-Eakin, thank you very much. Chief economist for John McCain, who's going to be one of the duking out guys tonight. In 1 hour, it's the third and final presidential debate. I'll be back at 10:30 with David Gregory for post-debate analysis, and then again at midnight Eastern for a wild special edition of Hardball right here at Hofstra. Countdown with Keith Open starts